So he sat in your chair again.
Yes. And so
after you cut his mom,
after he's
made the man
profusely.
bleed. After he done passed out from blood loss. I'm just kidding.
So he gave me $200, and I got this shocked look. I'm like looking at him, looking at the money, looking at him. He was like, "Yeah, I was pissed when I left last week, but my wife reminded me that when I asked the doctor to remove that mole, they were going to charge me $1,000, and you just removed it for free."
Hey, welcome to this episode of Harmony and Hustlin. Today, for this episode, we're focused on the hustlin' with Kat Kelly. This queen is focused on the bag, hooking up heads just about everywhere she goes, from all over California, and not to mention on some seasons of America's Next Top Model. She's been in the hair game, cutting hair, doing locks and braids, and everything for so many years. As a black woman in the hair game, let's give it up once again for my beautiful sister, Kat. Welcome to the show. It's a Virgo show tonight. We got 2 Virgos. Our producer's a Virgo. Shout out to the Virgos, even though
Team
we in
Virgo.
Cancer season, but it was Virgo season today.
Always Virgo season.
Let's go. So what inspired you to get in the hair? Was it passion? Was it necessity? Something else? What was it?
Well, I've always been that little kid that played in hair, sat behind you and did braids or put your hair up in a ponytail. But it wasn't until I took it seriously as something to do until my best friend went to cosmetology school, and she started showing me little stuff like, hey, you need to do this so you can do my hair. She was just literally, we would just sit there and do each other's hair. And then I started helping her braid in her shop, because at that time people were getting like the long Bo Derek braids or the micro human hair braids.
Jeez, that takes like forever.
Yeah, if you don't know who Bo Derek is, I might be telling my age. They might have to Google it.
Didn't Kim Kardashian recreated the Bo Derek and she got chewed out by the black community? That's another episode.
So we would do that. And so I was braiding with her in her shop, and she lost her lease. So the guy next door had a barber shop, but we always communicated with him. She had been there for years, and he told us, hey, I got 2 chairs over here. You guys come braid over here, and, until you find a new place, whatever. I started watching them cut hair, and I was like, wow, that looks like so much fun. And the cosmetology focused on, you also had to do pedicures, and you had to do nails, and I didn't really want to do that. So I ended up going to the barber school. So I went to the barber college, checked it out, looked around, and signed up.
Wow.
And then from there, it just went, because I still did braids, still did locks, but barbering was like the fun part. Barber school was probably one of the funnest years of my life.
Well, let me tell you, you look great.
Thank you.
Your hair looks great. She always looks great. By the way, audience, people, she braids my hair. She gets me right all the time. She cuts my son's hair. She is phenomenal at what she does. And if you think about it, it's like you chose that, but a hairstylist is like a therapist too. It's like a person that's in your head. It's so therapeutic. It's all like, it's really kind of spiritual if you think about it. Now that you mentioned, like, you didn't want to do nails or pedicures or feet, even though that has probably a different spiritual connotation, but it's like really cool that you could go into people's heads and give them a style. And then, because you go from looking one way to another, and I'm sure you probably see your clients like get up and they have this little different pep.
Oh, that's absolutely what I do it for. When they look in the mirror and smile and like, I'm back.
Yeah,
and, yes. That is absolutely the biggest reward. Aside from them standing up and giving you money, but them looking in the mirror and smiling and loving it. Taking a picture of them afterwards, it's like a transformation.
So when were you like, you know what, I can make a living off of this? Like, I could really do this.
Probably being in between jobs, because I always had a job and just did hair on the side. So probably being in between, maybe not knowing what I wanted to go into next, and then just seeing how much money could be made. I just decided, I could do this all the time, set my own schedule. I'm the boss, nobody's clock. even though I have taken like jobs at night, I have taken like graveyard shifts at the airport. I worked for Rocket Mortgage at one point, like because you still want the 401k and the health
Benefits,
insurance.
yeah.
I would sign up and get my glasses, take the kids to the dentist, you know what I mean? And do all that because even though you can get your own health insurance being self-employed, but it's very expensive.
Yeah, it is. From what
So
I hear.
I'd rather work, make some extra money, stack a little savings, and get it for free. And then also, like I said, those 401ks are always handy because that's an investment that I just leave there. I never cash them out.
You never got to touch it.
I just leave it there, roll it over into, I have a Roth IRA, roll it over into that, and then boom.
That makes so much sense. That's a great tip for all you people that want to do hair out there and be your own boss. That's a good, she's giving good game. So when was the first thing you knew, like, this is either going to be a challenge that I need to face or I'm going to be really good at this? When did you know, like, I'm really good at what I do?
I think I always knew I was good at it. I was kind of surprised at first because you're kind of nervous in the beginning, but I always knew because I'm a person that pays attention to detail anyway. And I've always, been good at artsy things. Like I said, paying attention to detail, whether it's painting the room or, reorganizing, redecorating. I've always been good at stuff like that. So when I really put my mind to it and like studying how people want their hair, looking at the style, I would notice people everywhere I go, their hair and how it's done.
Ah, okay.
And
Okay.
even when I'm watching movies, like, oh, look at their hair, look how they did this, and so just take tips from that. And then you definitely have to change with the times because trends change all the time. So you must adapt and learn something new.
Yeah, you have to because the trends, the hairstyles always change. And it's like, I guess it's like interesting for you because you're like, ooh, I get to learn something new.
Learn something new. And I'm kind of the person that I hate to admit that I can't do something. So I will perfect it, whether
That's
it's
what's up.
practicing on a little kid or getting a mannequin head. I'm gonna do it till I'm good enough to feel comfortable charging you for it.
Yeah, true. You're like, I could charge you for this style
And that
now.
challenge came a couple of times.
Yeah.
Especially with the feed-in braids and how stuff changed, the knotless and all that. So, you just have to adapt.
Nah, that was my follow-up question. Like,
Oh.
with the challenges too. No, but you answered it. That was good because it's like, that's the challenge. Like, the styles always change or someone's like, oh, I saw this on here or even, you're like, okay.
Definitely.
You're like, I've never seen this before. How did you build your first, like, clientele? Was it like just family, friends, word of mouth? Social media, I don't know.
Well, definitely in school, you have the opportunity to build your client base because at the school they charge less. And then, people are more prone to come. But just being consistent, because being the new person in the shop is also a challenge. Everybody's scared to sit in your chair. You see everybody else making money all day, and your customers are trickling in,
just
or
like, where's
the new walk-in is automatically yours. They point at you. So definitely being consistent, being there every day, and it'll come. But you have to do your best on every single client you got. You have to make it seem like this is the only thing that matters because they're going to notice that you're paying attention to them, and they're going to notice the attention to the detail, and other people in the shop are going to look at you and be like, wow, she's really taking her time. She's really doing a good job. So
because
that was
when
a
you
challenge.
get your hair cut and somebody do your hair wrong and you just be like, oh, it could just ruin everything.
And even being a girl in the barbershop was a challenge too. So some people look at you like, oh, I don't think she knows what she's doing. It's a girl. And then others were like, oh yeah, I want the girl in my face. Definitely. I would rather her doing my beard than him.
Hey.
So you get a little bit of both. So it was that too.
Did it feel good proving them wrong when they gave you that look?
Oh yeah.
Like, the girl. There's the girl. They'd be like, I want the girl. And then they come back, I want the girl.
I want the girl.
With the girl. Kat, that's her? Yeah, her. Give me her.
Right.
So have you ever thought about like giving up? I mean, or like just saying, you know what? This isn't for me, or I need a break, or like, have you ever had those moments?
Not getting frustrated given up, but other life challenges have made me think about it. Like, I need to focus on something else. I need to do this. I need to have more of a security. But then that's where trusting yourself and trusting God comes in, because He'll send the people if you're consistent, if you're, like I said, good at what you do. And you have to be very personable and likable. You don't have the luxury of having that day where I don't feel like talking to people, or having the luxury of being, oh, I'm depressed. And you go through
Let me
things in
hide.
life, but I literally leave it in the house and walk out the door. Even if I'm driving and think about something, I'll just picture myself throwing it out the sunroof. Or you just literally, even if it takes a physical act to get your mind off of that, because nobody wants that energy when you're doing their hair. Nobody wants
Do
that.
sometimes your clients help you to get you out of your head or out of your situations or things you might be going through? Does it help, like laughing with them, seeing them, or
Oh, definitely.
or even being in their drama? You're like,
Definitely.
ooh, I thought mine was bad.
I focus totally on the client when I'm there.
Yeah.
I don't talk about myself a lot unless they ask. Or, like, how sometimes you get that phone call or something. So I really don't answer my phone a lot or text. Like, it has to be one of my kids or something, like, or I know it's an important call.
Yeah.
But I definitely focus on them 100% of the time. And then they'll ask or they'll say something, or if I feel like they need a word of encouragement, I will throw some of my examples out there and say, I went through something similar, blah, blah, try this, try that. But I
would
don't
think it's like partly being a therapist, right? I'm sure you probably get
It's
people.
definitely being a therapist.
Like people probably, I've sat
they tell
with
me
you
stuff
and-
that they don't tell their family.
Yeah. And it's a trustworthy thing. I'm starting to realize, I mean, I know you do my hair a lot, but now I'm like, you're giving me this backstory. I'm starting to realize, like, wow, this is intense. Like, there's people just rely on you for style, but like you said, they open up to you and tell you things that they normally wouldn't tell anyone else.
True.
That's
True.
cool. That's cool, because sometimes people want people to talk to, but we might be too embarrassed to tell our friends and our family.
Right.
And you're like a third part, kind of like a therapist. You're like,
Just to listen sometimes
Yeah.
is enough. Just to listen.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's your favorite kind of hairstyle to do, and why? If there is any, or haircut, or
I don't think I have a favorite. I think I love the fact that it's always different. Everybody's different. When I do locks, it's always different. Everybody's hair is different. They might pick the same style, but just a little bit like this and change it like that. So I think that's what I really love about it. I don't think I really have a favorite.
it's so versatile, right? Like one day you might have your client like me. I'm like,
It's
hey, I
purple
want
and
my
pink.
hair braid. Yeah, I want my hair braided blue. Last time I had it blue. Or I'm thinking about getting a sew-in now.
Exactly.
That's the cool part about it, because you get to give people like their look, their confidence. Like, I wish I could do. I wish I had that job, because it sounds really cool. Like, to do that and be your own boss. Like, now the more you talk about it, I'm starting to realize, like, this is actually cool. You get to go to people's homes or be in a shop or do different type of ways.
So the home started with the pandemic. So I hadn't been to a shop since the pandemic, and so I just charged clients a little bit extra for gas.
How was
And
that? Let's talk about that.
I actually like it. At first, it was weird, but all my clients I've had for years.
Okay.
I really don't have anybody new. Every now and then, somebody refers somebody, but then I still feel like I know them. But they're definitely more comfortable at their house. The only challenge is sometimes like the lighting or their chair or something like that. But I started bringing my own little clip-on lamp, because if I know your house doesn't have good lights, I'll bring my own lamp. But they're definitely more comfortable. And people always talk about, oh, you're driving, though. That's a lot of gas. But I was paying $250 a week in booth rent.
Yep.
So
If you think about it, yeah.
it's
a good
a lot easier, and it's a lot more casual, a lot more calm. Some ladies don't like being in front of all the people when they're got their afro out. So
Didn't think about that. Got to take that hair out that bonnet.
yeah,
be
and
like,
they can
"Shoot."
actually still put their clothes in the dryer. They can still they're at home.
Right, yeah.
So it actually worked out for me. I've heard some people that hated it, and went back to the
Really?
shop, but
Really?
you don't get any new clients doing what I do. So if you need new clientele, you should be in the shop because you got the people that see the sign, don't have anywhere to go, walking in. So that would be for somebody. It probably wouldn't work out for somebody just starting.
That's true, because you've got mostly established people that are calling you to their house, and they're coming
Yeah.
back for more.
Right. A lot of my clients, I've watched their kids grow up. Like they invite me to the weddings and the birthdays and the everything.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Dang, that's super
So
cool.
yeah, they're graduating and stuff now. So it's weird.
You're like, hey guys, I can't go to everything.
They're getting
Okay.
older, but I'm not.
No, no, you look good. You shit. You doing something right. Hair will preserve your youth. No. So do you feel like doing hair is more of like an art or a business, or is it like a mix of both?
Um, I would say a mix of both because you definitely have to be business minded. Some people I know, oh, I want to do hair, I want to do makeup, I want to do lashes, and they lack the self discipline. So I'll be quick to tell somebody, you have to be super disciplined to be your own boss. You can't, like I said, have the luxury of, oh, I don't feel like getting out of the bed today.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got people booked, yeah, people will reschedule or something sometimes, but if you're always a flake, that's going to look bad and people won't continue coming to you.
Sheesh.
So if you can't get out of bed, if you can't be on time, if you don't answer your phone, if you don't answer text, that's going to be bad for you because it's definitely business first.
Oh, I knew a girl named Nene. Nene from 92nd. Shout out to Nene. I don't think she does hair anymore. But Nene used to cut hair, do hair. She used to go to people's houses because she's a hood girl. And Nene show up high as a kite,
Yes,
smelling like
they know.
weed, late, doing
Mm-mm.
all kind of stuff.
That's not cool.
And then, so what happened was she got the reputation opposite of probably yours of her reputation was like being a nuisance. So some people, then other young girls would see her and they kind of took her spot because she wasn't handled, like you said, the business side of it. She was kind of treating it like, okay, I'm Nene. She did hair really well. Don't get me wrong. But it got to the point where, she was kind of like resting on her laurels, like, oh, I'm the shit. I got this.
Right.
And the other
No.
young girls was like, yeah, we watching you. We coming for you.
Right.
And they came for her ass.
Exactly.
Shout out to Nene from 92nd.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
I try not, I mean, literally, like, I don't cancel. I mean, somebody has to die. For real.
Yeah.
For
Like you
real.
said, it's a business. You are an entrepreneur. So this is it's not just your livelihood, but you keep your clientele that way, right? If you're
Right.
always someone like, the person I mentioned, always canceling or always doing that, and people have an event or they have a wedding or they have a
Right.
birthday and they got
I
something
really
to do.
needed my hair done. Or I took my hair down last night and I look like
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't got a wig to throw on. I don't got
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and even if they
That's
did,
just inconsiderate.
yeah,
Period.
they rely on you. So it's like,
Very
we're
inconsiderate.
gonna
So
just
yeah,
shake
I
our
would say it's a
head.
mix of art and business.
Yeah, we gonna shake our head at people like, no, just gonna go
Like Nene.
Yeah, Nene. I don't think she still do hair. Maybe she does. I don't know. People, if you know how to do hair, you can always, like, if you work another job, like you said, you can always pick it back up. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't do hair, but it's like riding a bike or getting back
It
on.
is.
So.
It is. It really is.
So let's talk about. Do you want to talk about America's Next Top Model a little bit?
Sure.
Your experience there?
Sure.
How was it? I didn't have that in my thing, but we're riffing, we're rapping.
Right, right.
There's cameras on us and there's microphones, but we're having a good time, right, Hex? We having a good time. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. It was an awesome experience. It was a lot of fun. Just the taping of it. So the first season we did, that was their first time having a co-ed cast. So before it was all women, so then they mixed in the
That
men.
was when the men's came.
Right, right.
When the men's.
So we were doing, my friend Queen,
Shout out to Queen.
did weaves for the producer. Her name is Tristan. And she's a producer. She's done a Next Amazing Race, and she's done all kind of stuff
Oh,
since
wow.
then. But we did her weaves. She had been her client since she was in high school. And she was like, look, I need you guys to come because the black girls always get jacked up with the weaves. I need you guys to come.
No.
So, yeah, because they don't really,
They
they're
don't
not really
understand the hair
versatile.
texture, the
Yeah.
culture. They don't understand. We
They
get
don't
it.
understand.
Yeah.
And so we did. And it was awesome. And then they found out I was a barber. So a couple of the guys needed the beard trim and everything. So everything just flowed. It was like really
I didn't
just
know you
meant
did
to
that
be.
too.
And yeah, it was really cool too. And that was the first time.
Did they pay you good? It was good
It
money?
was good. It
Good
was
money,
good. And they
cute.
were good to us. They were good to us.
Y'all
It was
eat
a
the
lot
craft
of fun.
services?
Yes.
Cute.
Well, actually, while we were taping, they were ordering like out whatever you. Okay, we one day it was Chipotle. One day. It
Oh,
was
got
this.
you, got you.
So what do you want? But that was the first time I put on a lace front beard. They wanted one of the guys to have a beard. It was interesting. It was interesting. So they have
So you had to
all
learn.
that.
So you're quick to think on your feet. You're like, oh, okay, I can figure this
Right.
out. Okay.
He had to get a
Shit.
beard. And
Did
it was
you-
funny.
Did you
Because it looked like a
did
lace
you
front
do what it
beard.
needed to do?
It did. I really cut it down to almost nothing to look like he had like just a really light beard and lined it up, and that was the main focus was just making it look clean because it looked like a fake beard long, so I had to cut it down
Oh,
to make it look natural.
yeah, trim it up.
Right, right. So it was really good. It was fun, and then that was. She's still popular. Chanel. She's the girl with vitiligo.
Oh, Chanel.
It was that season.
Oh, that was
It
her
that
season. Yeah, she
And
still
she's
is.
done Revlon. She's
Yeah,
done
yeah, yeah.
so
We're-
many commercials.
We embrace that. We embrace that now in our culture, in our society. People who look different, not the same looking people anymore.
Right.
Thank God.
Right.
Because there is different type of models, and I'm
And
very
Miss
glad.
J was very interesting. He still would come to the shop and have me and Queen do his hair, dye it, braid it. He got cornrows. So he was cool. Chanel, every time she's in town, she actually has Queen still do her weave. 'Cause
Wow.
he made the comment on camera that was the best weave he had ever seen. Really, because she does a really good job.
I'm
It's
getting
flat.
chills.
It's flat all over.
I'm getting chills.
It looks natural. It's not just thrown in.
He should have said, "Shout out to Cat Queen. They in the back, y'all way." They should have really gave y'all a shout out and
I
blew
think
y'all
we
up.
were actually in a couple of shots because they did cameos because the days that they're doing their makeover are the days that we were taping.
Oh, so you see
So-
the people in the back because it's been
Right.
so long since I seen the episode.
So you know how they pick a person, like we want you to have the Naomi Campbell look, or we want you to have this. So they would assign makeover day, and that's the day we did our tapings and did their hair and stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was nice.
How long were you on set for?
I think it was just 2 days. Like each time was 2 days.
Nice.
So just probably we did like 3 or 4 people.
Did they hook you up with any perks like Beyonce tickets? Oh.
No. She actually we actually saw the On the Run tour. She was selling hair for a company called Maven and was their top seller. So we actually did see Beyonce and
Oh,
Jay-Z.
nice.
It's funny you said that.
Oh, nice.
We
Okay.
did see them on the run and
So,
Hollywood
ladies
Bowl.
and gentlemen, hair pays. Okay, whether you
does.
sell it or you do it or you grow it or you whatever you do with it. Just don't try to keep it on your head. No, but that's crazy. So, what was the craziest thing you saw? Because I want to get into like crazy client stories, but on that
I
set,
got some good
I
ones.
know you did. Right. But what was the craziest thing you saw on America's Next Top Model? Nothing crazy. Or coolest thing, or the most emotional? Were they emotional when they saw their hair looking really nice? Or
They were more emotional. I think it was probably nothing really crazy or out of the norm there. It was just one girl had to get her head shaved, so she was crying. So that was emotional.
oh yeah, okay.
She
Now
had
I
to-
remember that episode because it's
She
been so
wanted
long.
her bald.
Yes, I remember. They said we want you. I remember that. I
Yes.
remember that. I'd have been fighting.
Yes.
With the little, I still, I got a little bit of
And
hair
then
on my
one
head.
of them had to, while everybody, was it the one that got her hair shaved? One of them had to get like this intense teeth whitening while everybody was getting their hair done. She had to do like 5 sessions of the teeth whitening because her teeth were so bad. So they had her like she was just sitting there stretched out like the whole time, and she started
With
crying
tears.
at the
Yeah, I
end.
had tears rolling down my
Yes,
face.
yes, but they were focused. Yeah, it
Child.
was.
The beauty industry, ladies and gentlemen, what women and men
But
do.
Tyra was really nice.
Okay,
She
I was
was
going to ask you that.
awesome. She came in and looked like she was sparkling and glowing. But she was really nice. She was a pleasant person to be around. She wasn't a tyrant. She was nice.
Oh, Tyra from the
She
hood.
was good. Yeah, she was
Gonna see
good.
some sisters and be like, hey, holler at her. Yeah, that's cool. That's what I was gonna ask you too. Like, did you meet Tyra? Was she cool?
She was cool. She was
Yeah,
very
that's
cool.
nice. She had her own lace front on that red color she liked. She had her lace front all the way down to the floor.
All the way. All the way.
So, what's a client story that you'll never forget, good or bad? I mean, if you want to
wait,
spill a
before
little
we do
tea.
that, I
Okay.
forgot
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
one thing about America's Next Top Model. They had a guy, and she wanted him to have a 45-inch weave, I think. It was all the way down.
Yes.
And now that guy is a girl. So
Oh.
he did a whole transgender change with the surgery, everything. So now he's a girl. And
You
he's
know
a
what?
pretty girl.
And they probably caught that because they've been in that industry for so long. There's a lot of non-binary before we knew it was non-binary. A lot of transgender before that we knew. A lot of gay in that culture in fashion. Okay, so they probably
it's funny you
clocked
said
it.
that because Miss J, when he got the weave, she was like, "Hey, girl." And I'm like, who's he talking to? And he was talking to him.
Yeah.
And he looked at him and he was like, "Hey, girl," and winked. And then I was like, I guess they do. Like you said, they see it.
Yeah, they can clock it. If you're in, like, I have friends that do, I'll probably have one on the show. They cross dress. Like my friend Jose, he's younger, but he's been doing it since he was young. But he had to keep it on the low because now the culture has changed. But he's a handsome young man. And then when he changed, he looks great as a woman. Don't get me wrong. When he first started out, he had to like tweak stuff because it was like, ooh, he wasn't getting it. But when he got it, I was like, oh,
Yep.
he's not transgender. He competes and they do the drag shows and everything. And there's a couple of them they serve. I'll be like, dang.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
they
crazy.
serve.
But he had these ice blue eyes, and he said he was from Puerto Rico, and he said that his parents sent him to United States because they thought he was demon possessed because of the color of his eyes. It was the coldest light blue that ever seen. I'll show you pictures, and you'll remember when I show you the pictures. Like, oh yeah, I do remember. If you ever watched the show,
Yeah, I did.
So yeah,
It's
he's
been so
in the
long. I
United
should have
States
watched
as a
it
kid.
again because it's been about 5-6 years.
Oh yeah.
Since I've seen the show, not even the new ones too, but I remember seeing the ones you were on. I was like, I gotta see.
So the client, what did you say? Something I remember, the worst experience, good or bad?
Oh
What was
yeah,
it?
yeah, yes. What's something that the client story that you'll never forget, good or bad?
Okay.
But if you want to spill some tea,
So this is a good one. It was good and bad at the same time.
Oh.
So at this time, guys were getting the shave phase. It was skin at the bottom, and you shaved it with the razor at the bottom. So skin, and then afterwards you shave it. So this one particular guy, every time he sat in the chair, he wanted his shave fade, and he would say, "Careful of my mole." He's got a big mole on the back of his head. I did his hair numerous times. Got you. Watch
you're like,
the
I
mole.
got you. I missed them all the other times.
Whatever happened, I don't know if we were talking. And usually what I do is when you put the shaving cream, any spots or take the shaving cream off that spot.
Ah, so you don't
Okay.
shave on it. Okay.
For whatever reason, I didn't this time. I don't know if we were talking and joking. I just forgot. As I'm shaving it, I'll be damned if I didn't just slice the mole off, and you just see red spurting everywhere. So there's a certain powder you have to use when the client starts to bleed, and it gives it an immediate scab. Well, it wasn't working. It was bleeding so much. Like I kept pushing the powder. I was holding it tight. Kept bleeding. Finally, I got the bleeding to stop. My hands are shaking. I'm crying. I'm sorry, Harvey. Shout out to Harvey. I'm so sorry. And he was like, looking at me like pissed, like he didn't want to go off, but he wanted to go off. And so, anyway,
How
stop
did you
the
stop the
bleeding,
bleeding?
with that powder. You just
Okay,
had,
you
and
gotta
I
keep.
just kept
Okay.
pushing, applying pressure. So, didn't charge him for the haircut. He goes home. I was like, it's free.
On the house.
It's free. So he leaves, goes out. The next week, he comes back. And I'm like, oh, shit. He's definitely not going to sit in my chair. Because he was the kind of guy that would go to anybody, whoever's open.
Got you.
I got
For
you.
time and convenience.
Right,
It
right.
happens.
All
No-
you guys are good. It don't matter.
Yeah,
It's-
you don't get it. You don't
So
get
he
offended because
ca-
people got time. You know.
He came back and he sat in my chair, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm still apologizing. He was like, it's all good, Kat. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm cutting his hair, and then he gets up and he gives me $200. And at this time, haircuts were $20.
Wait, what?
And,
So he
and
sat in
I'm-
your chair again
Yes. And so
after you cut his mole.
after he's
Make the
bleeding
man bleed.
profusely.
After he done passed out from blood loss. I'm just kidding.
So he gave me $200, and I got this shocked look. I'm like looking at him, looking at the money, looking at him. He was like, "Yeah, I was pissed when I left last week, but my wife reminded me that when I asked the doctor to remove that mole, they were going to charge me $1,000, and you just removed it for free."
Clean shave. That's what it's called.
He
You
was
know,
like, "And you didn't charge me for the cut, so."
it's called a shave biopsy.
And we cracked up the whole.
It's called a
shop
shave
laughed.
biopsy. The powder probably, child, you did.
Now I'm a
you,
mole remover.
Yeah. That's what it is. A shave. That's exactly what they do. Is a shave biopsy, just without the shaving cream and the powder.
Exactly, and the
Really and truly.
painkiller or whatever. Because he probably could have used some painkiller.
I thought you were gonna say something else, like, "Hey, I came back and I found out that was a cancerous mole, and you solved it for me."
Hey, he was like, "Yeah, my wife reminded me
Because
how
that's
much they were
happened to
gonna charge
people.
me."
That's happened to people.
Oh, yeah, for
when,
sure.
When they'll touch them and be like, "Hey, you got a lump right here?" "No, I don't." And then they'll go check it out. "Hey, thanks for finding that. I got
Exactly.
Damn, you saved him a lot of money.
I did.
I'd be like, "Well,
I did.
this $200 seems a
Right.
little light, Harvey." You know,
that was a
like,
good
I think I
and
should
bad
get half. No, I'm just
Right?
kidding.
That's funny, but it ended up because I thought about that all week. Like I literally was in tears. Like, oh my god, I shaved this mole. Oh my god.
So,
So-
if you weren't doing hair, what do you think you'd be doing? I've
I
got a
would
ton of
probably be in real estate because I did complete an appraiser's course. It was kind of like at the same time I finished barber school, but a couple of other friends in the shop took a real estate class, and one had his wife that was the notary and going to sign off on the loans and stuff. So they were like, hey, think of something so we could just have all one team.
Oh, that's
So
smart.
I
That's
did
smart.
the appraisal course, finished, and as I was doing my internship, that's when the real estate market, the bubble burst. So it was really hard for me to finish my internship hours and stuff like that, but I enjoyed that as well because the appraising was like the easiest part. Everybody needs an appraiser. I don't have to worry about buying, selling.
Everybody needs an
Everybody
appraiser.
needs an appraisal.
Every.
So I did enjoy doing that, but it is a cutthroat industry, real estate.
Really?
Oh yeah, They
It's
don't
who
play.
you know on the team.
It's who
I
you
watch
know.
those reality shows with those women that are highly successful, and they still are cutthroat, and they have drinks and food together.
You have to be that type of person to be the
Like a shark.
agent. You have to be a shark.
Yeah, I'm not a shark. I've always wanted to do. I can be a shark. Though.
Actually, that's my friend's icon on his Instagram
Really?
now. Yeah, he owned the barbershops that I started at. Him and his cousin were partners, and so I went to barber school with them. So they finished way before me, but when I got out, I went to their shop. But now, yeah, that's actually
Now
his
they're in real
icon
estate?
is a shark.
Hey, well maybe
And he's really good at
if
it,
they're
too.
real estate, they might
Now
need
he's
an
a real
appraiser.
tour.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's doing good.
He moved on up that ladder.
And still cuts hair in his garage.
Yeah, that's what you got to do because it's a passion, like you said. It's an art, and it's also some money in his pocket and business. And he probably misses that connection that he's done
Exactly.
for X amount of years,
Exactly.
where he can't get with realtor. You have to step into that, into those shoes. When you can cut hair in your garage, you're like, okay, this is more relaxed. This is more me. I don't have to be
My
Mr.
therapist.
Realtor.
Yeah, I'm being a therapist.
Yeah.
Right now.
So, what's your dream for the next 5 years, personally or professionally? And we'll wrap this up because we're having a good time, and I'm like getting all this insight. It's so cool.
So, next 5 years, I want to open
Anything you.
domestic violence shelters.
Okay. Okay. Because here at Harmony and Hustlin', where two or three are gathered, our producer Hex, I like to manifest things. I like people to talk about the future things and say it
Okay.
out loud, because God hears us, the universe hears us, and it's out there. But I think it's interesting that you said that. Why did you choose that?
It's a struggle I've had in several relationships, and there's a lot of people that don't see their way out of it. They don't see how. It's not that they don't want to. I kind of get aggravated when people are like, well, she should have left or she should have did that. It's not that they don't want to, it's that they don't see how they can. And when you have that support, then it makes it that much easier.
That's interesting. There's a lot of funding for that, and there's a lot of good things out there. I think some girl was on YouTube talking about it. She's a tarot card reader, and she was giving a tarot card reading, but she went into saying what the cards were saying, like, get out of the situation. She's like, I'm going to put this in the link in the description box, in the comment section to get out, because her friend started like a nonprofit. I don't know if it was a nonprofit. I didn't click the link to help people, but it's not advertised much. We get all
No,
these
it's not.
lawsuits. If you've been hit by a car, or if you had Johnson and Johnson baby power, all this other
Right.
stuff. But it's like people don't. I used to.
The hotline, yeah. There's a hotline.
Yeah, there's a lot of resources that need to be for women that are battered, women that need not just battered financially, financial abuse, physical,
Yeah, emotional, verbal.
same
Yeah.
with children. There's not a lot of
Same.
advertisement for this. So how are people via social media gonna know those resources? So that's a good thing.
So
I like
yeah,
that you said
there's a
that.
domestic violence hotline, and they will keep you safe. But you have to be serious. They do not. They will help you no matter what.
That's cool.
But they will not allow you to not have a restraining order, not to go back and forth, because they're keeping the location confidential for the protection of everyone there. So they won't allow you to play back and forth, leave, come back, leave, come back. It's like, hey, are
Yeah.
you for real?
Yeah.
Make that decision, and we're gonna give you everything you need.
They are very, the one I in Orange County, I used to, one Christmas, for Christmas I just donated, and they gave me all this makeup and stuff. I'll donate clothes, because some of these women are trying to go back to work. They're trying to learn a skill again.
There you go, yeah.
Because a lot of them were financially abused because they didn't work.
Yeah.
A lot of them have their kids, so they are very, you're right, they're very strict, like, you can't come in and out. We can't have people know this location. We can't risk or compromise our location for these
At
other
all.
women.
Yeah,
too.
that are for real, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to have a restraining order. They will take you to the police station. They will pick you up from wherever, and everything, like you said, help you get a job. They'll give you all the resources you need, even feed you if you don't have anything.
Yeah.
They have food there. They have everything.
I wish there were more places like that, but we put it out, and I like that we said that, and we put it out in the
Yes,
universe,
there
because
is
there's a
hotline.
lot of
And
people.
just Google domestic violence
Wow.
hotline.
Wow. Well, my last and final question: where can people find you, or book with you, or follow you on social media? Unless you don't want to be followed, I get it. But if you want to pull out your phone, say your
So my Instagram is the number one, Blessed Cat, BLESSEDKAT.
Yeah, one blessed cat
So,
at
yes,
Instagram.
you can follow me, but I have taken some hair pictures down because I get some unsavory characters that ask 1,000 questions and just want to take your time, or they're just plain and simple crazy psycho. So, yes, I do accept. If you're not a red flag, I will accept. If I can't take you, I will give you my friend's number. I have plenty of referrals and friends who braid, weave, and do everything.
So Instagram is the safest to contact you, because you could block and keep
Right.
your safety and
Yes,
keep your
ma'am.
sanity intact.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm glad you plugged that in. If you need braids,
Or Sister Locs.
Sister
I
Locs.
have a lot of Sister Lock clients.
Sister Locks. Show her a
That is
picture.
the
She'll
new
get it
thing.
done.
Yeah.
And be serious. Don't be trying to be creepy. No, I'm just kidding. Well, that was a wrap on this episode of Harmony and Hustlin'. I want to thank my guest, Kat, the beautiful,
Thank you for
wonderful
having me.
Kat. I'm so happy you came out. I get kind of teary eyed sometimes with certain guests because I'm like,
I
but
love you
I
too.
love you. But thank you for showing up and showing love, and thank everyone for tuning in. Remember to keep harmony in your heart and keep hustle in your soul. And we're out of here.
Absolutely.
Woo! Das.